Hey, I'm Cole.
I'm Kenyon.
I'm Kwame.
And I review bad self-help.
And we put it into our daily lives so you don't have to.
So this week we're going to be looking at rage rooms, which is it's a new phenomenon where popping up in many cities, started in Japan, apparently, because they're rageful people, I guess.
I guess. I think 4,000 people in Nanking have.
They
could testify. They wouldn't go like, maybe.
I think the Korean Peninsula has something to say about
They might
how
be a little
rageful
mad.
they are.
I don't know. They seem to have no problem exacting their rage on Pearl Harbor that infamous day. They didn't need a rage room. Was that just called Hawaii for them?
No, they slaughtered 30,000 Filipinos. I don't think they did it out of the kindness of their hearts.
That'll happen in the past. But now when you think of like Japanese people, like rage is probably...
Yeah, the least on the list.
But that could just be
It's a different kind of rage.
stereotypes,
It's not
right?
like American like aggression. It's more just like...
It's more of like pulling out a samurai sword and cutting your stomach open because you failed an algebra test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a 30-year planning kind of like, oh, everything's fine. And 30 years later, he invades your nation.
You think that's just because I feel like in movies and stuff, like Japanese people are just kind of portrayed as like stoic and emotionless, and
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what happens if you hold your emotions deep down as you turn it into invading the planet. If I just didn't express emotions for like 2 centuries and then just tried to take over China ruthlessly, is pretty much what's gonna happen.
yeah. So these rage rooms are rooms where you pay money to break like TVs, dishes, glasses, electronics, like anything you want.
With what? They give you tools?
Yeah, they give you like baseball bats, metal pipes, 2x4s. And so I was looking at the rates online, and it's like $25 for 5 minutes.
What?
That's ridiculous. That's like crackhead prices.
Oh my God.
To break shit for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I've been breaking shit for 21 fucking years for free. You talking about?
Yeah, I've also been paid to like break stuff. Like I used to work construction with my dad, and
This kind of sounds like a humble brag. I used to get paid to break stuff. I don't want to be crazy.
Yeah,
but I
how
used
would
to work
you
construction.
get paid to break stuff?
well, we had to demolish like houses, and I would get like a sledgehammer and just start busting down walls and
Is that
stuff.
your rage room?
No, these walls had
Do you feel like in a way it was kind of payment to you?
that I got paid good money for that.
Do you
but
feel- do you
But
feel good?
was it not even for the money? Wasn't it kind of the fulfillment of it?
yeah, no. the walls of these houses, they were filled with the old type of insulation, which was like the insulation that had tiny pieces of like glass in it. So you would like bust open the walls, and then like the insulation would flare up, and you'd get glass all in your lungs. So
Your dad wouldn't like give it protection?
well, I got paid. My life expectancy is now like 10 years lower.
Oh my God.
I also like how with these rooms, essentially what they're doing is like, would you like to know what it's like to be a poor person for 5 minutes? Or they're like, yeah, I just went and broke a bunch of stuff, feel better about it. It's like I do that for 50 hours a week.
Yeah, you could just go to
Feed
like
my
a
children.
junkyard, I feel, or something. Like there's like, you don't have to.
Or you could just
Is
learn
this
how
a
to
thing, a
express your
junkyard?
emotions
And
like a
there's
fucking human.
Yeah, well, they're built as a way to relieve anger or stress after getting fired, a bad breakup, or it's just a date night. You can.
People need to masturbate, man. What the hell's going on? Paying
I love how, like-
$40 to break shit for 10 minutes.
Like an entire economy is built on white people's inability to express emotion. We've actually you can start a business on the repression of suburban white people.
you can
Or instead of
monetize-
just being like, went through a breakup, that kind of sucked. Be like, I don't know how to deal with this at all. Let me pay
Well-
$40 to break a Pinter with a
Monetize
baseball
fucking
bat.
being a
I
wasp.
I didn't learn if the person that started it was white or not, but she says her inspiration came from growing up on the south side of Chicago in the 1990s, where she knew people who went to jail for behaviors like punching holes in a wall. So she wanted to create a safe space for people to express their anger or stress.
Well, it seems like the South Side is a pretty good safe space to take out your rage and frustrations. They
I also
seem
feel
to.
like, I feel like she doesn't. She says for punching holes in the wall of the south
Yeah,
side.
I'm
Yeah, it's punching holes because you owe me $20,000 in drug money. That's why he's punching. He's
Also-
not doing it because he's a little upset.
Yeah. I like just to really growing up in the South Side. I think there needed to be a place for people to shoot massive amounts of bullets into the wall.
Is that really like the worst she saw on the south side?
Yeah, like it's
really,
just saw people
that's
yeah.
punching holes in walls.
You don't see a
That's-
drive-by and you're like, if only they had an outlet for this frustration, you know? Jesus Christ.
So yeah, he did kill my uncle last week, but I smashed a TV, and I feel a lot better.
But yeah, one of these rage rooms just recently opened up in Chicago, so I figured, like we can check it out, see if it helps reduce our stress, anger. I don't know. Are you guys like feeling stressful?
Yeah,
anger
I think I
at
have a baseline of
baseline?
baseline anger all the time.
I'm afraid he might walk in and just literally explode.
It's like come my pants. I just don't leave. I become like the manager. I'm like, dude, I want to dedicate my life to this mission.
Yeah.
This is like what I'm afraid.
I'm actually afraid to go in a rage room with Kenyon because I feel like he could
afraid
just
to be-
turn around and start taking it out on one of us.
I'm half thinking that we're gonna walk in. There's gonna be a bunch of tools laid out, and then Cole is gonna appear behind us with a sledgehammer. Just like, all right,
it's
let's
really
go.
just a large setup for Cole to turn us into the suits. he's
brutally
always
murder
dreamed.
us.
I just can't put like what kind of people go like because like you this is not a thing you could tell other people that you're doing.
No, it's billed as like there's a lot of like couples group like
All right,
things
so
you can
let's
make.
say you're dating a new girl.
Yeah.
For a couple drinks, third date, you're like, hey, you want to do something like a little wacky today? Sure. You're like, there's this.
would be a fun thing. For a date. That's kind of a wacky idea. Fun
Really,
idea.
if
But it depends on how the delivery, right?
Depends on how the date is going.
There's this room, right? You go in, take your rage out about how, and you take a fucking baseball bat, you break stuff. I don't know if you know this about me. You should going forward. I love hurting things. That's no way to live.
If you were on a date with a lady and she suggested that like as a nightcap to the night, what, and you would just witness her like breaking stuff for 5 minutes.
That's a bad question to ask a man. Because
if I think I'm having sex, it could be anything. She'd be like, yeah, no, we're gonna like play in the sewer. I'm like, all right, fuck it.
Because Kwame could walk on this woman beating his own mom to death with a baseball bat, and he's like, "So, like, you coming over later? Like, what's going on?"
So you get blowjobs? Or
Yeah. I mean, it's just that's a bad question to ask a sad man because you're like, literally anything. Yeah, I don't care. You'd be like,
Okay,
she
so-
has the nuclear launch coach. Like, yeah.
So let's flip it around. If you're a woman and your date suggests this at the end of the night, and you just watch him like beat the shit out of whatever for 5 minutes, what do you think? Like,
That's an open mic for you. that's just practice for you. You're like, okay, imagine that, but you after a shitty fucking meatloaf, and that's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, no, it's insane. Yeah, I would be like, yeah, this guy's gonna probably kill me.
Yeah,
I mean, that's definitely.
has
Do you
that
think
much
that's
anger?
attractive? Do you think it's attractive?
anger,
To see?
like taking your anger out and stuff.
just being
For me,
mad?
it's not.
Like, well, there's a difference between like, he's kind of passionate about a thing, and breaking a printer, being like, "Fuck you, Jeff. That report was on point, and how dare you say I'm not a great listener?" You're like, this guy needs to work. Because, like, dude, I don't know. A whole generation fought in World War II. They didn't say a goddamn word about it until they died. They'd just be like, "What happened over there?" And you're like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
and then just silently murmur, drink some gin, and die.
I was also
Now we got to build a room to break a printer because your tweet didn't do as well as it was expected to be.
I was also reading about like where these have opened up in, and I saw that one opened up in Serbia. And do Serbians really need a rage room? Because
Yeah, I think their rage room was just the
their
Muslim
country.
people. They seem to have a pretty good job of exacting their anger and vengeance on them. Maybe the idea there was like, instead of taking this out on the Croatian people, just go in this room and break printer.
Yeah, it seemed like their whole country was a rage room, like back in the
Kinda
90s.
is. Yeah, I heard Russia is opening a new rage room. It's just called Crimea. You just go down there and just do whatever you want. Take out your anger on the sovereign nation of Ukraine. It's
dangerous? No. Snipers are far enough away. They won't catch you.
But really, because I mean, not trying to get into the hack like, oh, white people are weird, but yeah, no other community of people would just be like so fucking repressed that you have to go in and break a print.
Asians or something.
Well, Asians, because
I see a lot of Asian people
To be
using this
fair, Asians are white people exponents. Like Asians are at the next level of white people. Like everyone's like, oh, white people are interbreeding. I'm like, no. Like if white people kept interbreeding, they would just become Asians. It's like so. Imagine.
Yeah. Plus, remember this started in Japan. So
Yeah. But also in Japan, they buy panties out of machines.
They do. Have you seen those? They're
Yeah.
gross.
So I mean, they're not doing great in terms of keeping in contact with their emotions.
yeah. So
Do you think the atomic bomb had anything to do with it? Like as soon as the radiation
We
actually causes
radiated the
people to be
anger
like
out
into
of them?
octopus porn and stuff. It's like a side effect.
So yeah, we do have one here in Chicago. And I was looking it up, and
It's
it
downtown?
says, yeah, it's in River North.
Of course, it would be down.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think
So,
there's like office retreat where they go there like, let's
oh
take out our
yeah,
personal-
they offer office packages.
That
and
is
stuff.
hilarious. That is
So
awesome.
you gotta sit
It's-
I
down.
imagine some guy that's just like he's like, I just want to kind of dress this up. He puts like a piece of paper that says "You, Michelle" on a printer and just starts beating it to
And then
death.
you sit down and try to do accounting next to some guy you just saw just stabbing a toaster yesterday.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
it's also
I would, because like that's like you can't do anything fun with people you work with because you don't want to show them who you really are. So
No.
I go over there. I'm like, yeah, no, maybe we'll kick it or something. You don't want to definitely go in there and just start crying furiously. You're like, fuck you, Jenny, and you just throw a printer at a wall, and everyone's, did you break glass and at one point cut your arm? And I just wanted to.
No.
It's a split between a rage room. Well, it used to be like it still is an escape room place, but they added a rage room. If that speaks to the type of business that this is. But so you split the room with a group of up to 3 people. Only one person is allowed in the room at a time. However, you can tag out with everyone you brought along. And then they also offering a viewing window for your friends to watch you smash things up, and you can play whatever music you like while you're in the room. That's
they
one
got
of the
an aux cord.
perks.
Dude, how much? What's the musical selection? Because I bet it's like
No, whatever-
Linkin Park,
whatever you
more
want.
Linkin Park.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. It can't be like no one's requested Bob Marley in there, right? It's definitely just
All the articles
you
I
have Rage Against the
Yeah.
Machine and any. How many breakup songs are played in there?
that Carrie Underwood
I want, you
song.
to I want you to play our wedding song.
Now you're just somebody that I used to. Now just smashing glass all over the place.
Yeah, it seems like the most popular songs are like Limp Bizkit's like Break. There's a song called like Break Things by Limp Bizkit. And
You know that Paul Ryan, supposedly when they didn't pass this healthcare bill, ran off in his car playing Cut My Life Into Pieces by Papa Roach.
really?
Yeah.
It's not true. Is that true?
Yeah. It's hilarious.
I feel
That's
bad
a-
for that guy.
This is my last resort. He's just crying like, I am having several Mike's Hards tonight. God damn it.
Yeah. So outside of the $25 though, you can pay more money for like extras. They have like extra stuff.
Like extra tools, extra shit to break, or
More extra stuff to break. Like they said for this past like
Give you
election
the address
season,
of your ex-girlfriend.
like they had 3D printed heads of like Donald Trump, and you can buy those for $8.
oh boy, Rage Room's taking
Also,
a
to be fair,
stand.
just the idea that we're making 3D printed heads of human people you can hurt is a little.
Oh yeah, they also,
You know, there's one guy that's like, yeah, the Donald Trump thing's cool, but like, so I have this person named Melissa. I just wanted to, I mean, yeah, I brought the diet. You can definitely. I have the plans right here. All you have to do is make it. Also, if you can make the rest of the body, and I could just take it out of here.
You know what? Fuck it. Less work for you. I'll give you $75. I brought her. Just close your eyes. Let me do what I'm gonna do. I'll do the cleanup. I rage and I get out of here. 5 minutes. That's all.
Also, I don't know, because I just feel so stupid if I was covered in gear, like smashing a thing where I'm like, you know what? I don't think I needed her. You know, I'd be like, yeah, I kind of deserve to get fired. I don't think. I'm like, maybe I should be looking for a new job right now. Why am I smashing
People
a
are running
printer?
in between like their breaks. It's a 30-minute break and running down to a rage room, stripping naked and just breaking shit. Walking. How was lunch?
yeah.
It's a good
Feel
time.
refreshed.
It was great.
It's so funny because of how lifeless and soulless an office job is to see someone get so worked up that they're just breaking glass and then have to go back to.
Yeah, because Jeff ate your tuna sandwich last Tuesday.
But you can also BYOB, which
That's
is
a terrible.
You can bring
No.
alcohol.
no, bring your own breakables.
Oh, you can.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, like, no, you can bring hard liquor. Yeah. No. What we do is we have a room full of glass and dangerous things. Give him a baseball bat and let him just go far over the legal limit.
How
$20 more.
We actually got an open bar.
Yeah, we got no, but you can do shots beforehand.
bar. How,
That's like the worst thing I've ever heard.
How late is it open till? Like, can you like be? It can be like 3 a.m. You're like, I need to rage. And then just go down and break shit.
No, I don't know how late. Probably till like midnight or something. But it's
It also
kind
kind
of
of shows like how our culture's changing. Because I think for the longest time, Dad's rage room was just the household. You know, you just come home and scream
my
at
dad's
your
rage room was the bar. Like he would go there like looking for fights.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say.
I like how we're cutting into like we try to connect with Cole and then we're like, oh, that's too much. You know what I mean?
I thought
Like,
you were
yeah,
gonna
you know,
say-
Dad's
Is
at
that-
work and he's like, my dad murdered a man in Oklahoma.
I thought you were gonna go darker and be like, my dad's rage room.
You're,
Me.
Yeah.
It's me.
And let me tell you something. He got more than 5 minutes worth of his time.
Dad's rage room
You've never
was a
you-
79 on a test.
You've never seen that self-destructive behavior, like people go to bars like looking
Yeah.
to pick up fights and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean that's just like there's a generation of broken men that do. But that's like
Yeah.
kind of like how things are.
That's sad, man. People do that.
Yeah.
Would your dad win the fights or?
Most of the time, I don't know. He's like he's pretty well built carpenter.
All right.
So, and I feel like when you're going to look for a fight, like you have the advantage in kind of picking out who you want to fight. But yeah.
Do you think so? Is your dad like one of the founders of this place? Was he like
No,
after
he'd
years?
probably call it everyone who did this like pussies, you know? Because
What is this guy? Was this guy not a Packers fan? What's the point here? Why are we not
Yeah.
beating up this human being?
Because there's no like actual real danger in these like
Yeah. If you
rooms.
can't beat up a guy who's wearing
Yeah.
too many bright colors in your favorite bar, then
If you
what's the
can't
point?
potentially go to jail for like your rage, it's
Yeah. I mean, what's the point?
Yeah.
If the police don't get called, you're not doing a good job. Is that a shirt your dad would wear?
I want to go to rage. You guys are shit talking the rage room. You know what? I like the rage room.
You like the
I'm
rage?
excited for the rage room.
yeah.
Excited for the rage.
You,
That's a
I would like to
rage
see
room.
Kwame get shot immediately. You're like, hey, he was dangerous. He had a baseball bat.
I got some rage that's in me, and I want to.
dude, you just said you came back to Florida and you had a ton of inner peace.
Yeah, to be honest, Florida is America's rage room. You just go down there, get drunk for a weekend, catch an STD, and leave.
Do you really have a lot of rage?
me.
Yeah.
I want to see what it's like.
I think you deserve to have a lot. If you're not having a lot of rage, you're not paying attention.
I want to get some
Every day,
stuff out.
the rage from looking at your paycheck alone should be enough to destroy a metropolis. It should be seething.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do like a scene like where we pull them back. Like we've had enough. Just leave the glass alone. Like, no, god damn it! I can't afford a McChicken. A McChicken. Fuck you, McDonald's. You already made it. Why don't you just give it to me? Why don't you just give it to me? You see like sad scenes for Kwame's life play out.
Yeah. I used to work back there. Just put me back there. I'll make my own.
He gets fucking kicked out of a 7-Eleven. Like, we see the ramen noodles in your pants. So like, just let me have it. Just let me have it. Having him fight a homeless man after he picks a perfectly fine cheeseburger out of a trash can.
Also, I was reading a lot of articles about it.
See,
that
that's something I'm gonna rage about later.
that a lot of the customers, a majority of them, it said, were actually women, and a lot of them would bring in photos of their exes and put it on like mannequins.
Weird.
and-
Oh, they let
and
you do
things.
that?
They let you do that.
Why doesn't anyone else just develop alcoholism like a normal person to deal with their problem? You know what I mean? Like, just like, yeah, you're mad at your ex. You have a fundamentally unhealthy relationship with women for the rest of your life. You don't get a picture and put it on. Would you like? What if your girlfriend told you like, yeah, last time I broke up with a dude, got a picture of him.
Yeah.
Went to a place, put on a mannequin. I just beat it because I could not physically hurt him.
No, that is unhinged. Like, like
I like how Cole's like,
raging.
you know what? Not a fan. Would not be a big fan of that behavior.
well, it's also
Better than
like
what men do. Which
I
is
also
just,
understand that because that is it sounds like a very.
It's way. I
dumb
mean,
thing.
the other option is what men do, which is kill women. Yeah, she cheated on me. So now I just go out and I murder hookers like every Friday night. That's better than that.
I also was reading some like testimonials of
I
people.
kind of would. That would kind of funny. Like if you
What?
saw some lady like struggling to swing a baseball bat, like a picture of her. Like,
Yeah.
do you think you could watch that and not just fall apart laughing?
Well, that's the thing. Like,
okay, is this like you at your rage, Tina? Is this really like you at your prime, like just smashing?
yeah, like if I saw a woman doing that, like it doesn't. It's like whatever to me.
I'm gonna
you
give
know?
her my number for sure.
Oh,
yeah, I'm like, yeah. Let's get this going on. Oh yeah,
But-
don't even have to pay anybody. Yeah, that's great.
But if you saw like a man doing that,
That'd be terrifying.
yeah, it becomes a little.
Be like,
less
why is my
funny,
dad
right?
here? You know, his training order needs to be
Yeah,
gone.
if you went to a rage room with your dad and then he pulled out a picture of your mom and then put
Yeah,
it on.
definitely would be like, it's a bit of a problem. I
Yeah,
think
take a swing, son. Come on.
that's like his moment of playing catch with you. He just hands you the baseball bat. This is what men do.
Yeah, so some of the testimonials from the room said one time a woman began smashing items, paused, and then wept uncontrollably. When staff members tried to comfort her, she revealed her son recently committed suicide.
That's sad, man.
That's fucking awful.
That's not rage room at all.
yeah, that's
That's not
terrible.
rage room.
Should you take out, like, do you think this helped this lady or not?
Probably.
Well, I mean, it's better than nothing, right? I mean, if
Is
you're-
it?
Yeah.
Well, what's the other option? You sit and just be sad at home without a son?
I mean,
Maybe she should have. I don't know.
Also, rage room employees are probably not equipped to deal with
Yeah,
that
some
level
guy's
of
just
emotional
like,
trauma.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, I was told at Burger King I am not cut out for conflict. That's why I'm here. I'm going to be, but I do know, listen, this is your son. His time is up, and so is yours. And so I think it'd be time.
Oh my
Listen,
God.
we can't bring him back, but
I
we
know
can
that's
bring you
horrific.
another 5 minutes for $35.
I know that's a horrific experience. That is going to be $300 though. So if you could just cough that up real quick.
I feel like that's not a very good reaction.
What do you mean?
What kind of this? What the fuck are you talking about? Her son's dead. Are you talking about what
Your
she's supposed
son
to?
died, you psychopath.
Yeah, but you shouldn't. That's not how you cope with things
How
like
do you
that.
cope with things? You.
No, yeah, please tell me how to deal with suicide
What
of
do
a
you
child.
do with
So
the worst
you think
tragedies
you
in
think
your
this
life?
is a healthy way to cope with a suicide?
I mean, it's better than. I mean, I do the
It's
same.
better than what?
whatever your. What is your option?
Sitting at your house?
Therapy?
Yeah, but you got a lot of rage. You got like an intense thing going on. Like at the end of the day, you go to a separate room and break some stuff. That's not as bad as like falling apart, losing your job, and not being able to
Okay,
be-
I'll read you professionals' opinion on these rage room things, and they're all negative. Okay.
You seem a little too judgmental of a lady whose son killed himself. You're like, I don't know if I approve, Karen. Like, I feel like I could see you in a tracksuit running with the other moms in the neighborhood, being like, "Did you hear what Karen did? Yeah, her son killed himself." Don't want to point fingers, but we've had Karen's casserole, right? I mean, like, he's not missing out on much, definitely. And then she went to
Almost
a
killed
raise.
me at the Christmas party.
Yeah, yeah. Went to a raise room, broke a bunch of printers. Everyone's like, "Oh my god!" You're like, "I know, I'm talking about it." It's like something you say of like sipping a mimosa,
And you
with
see
your
her
husband's
running the other
money.
way. Oh, hi, Karen.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I think
bitch.
Cole secretly, I think you are just a bitchy housewife stuck in a man's body.
So you don't think there is a
No, I think it's bad, and I think it's weird that if I'm at a point in my life where I can't fundamentally deal
like if
with
you
the
were
thing-
an employee there and before this lady started, she was like, "I'm here because my son committed suicide." Would you let her go through with?
I'd be like, I need
Yeah,
to go back.
first of all,
I need to go-
if I'm a 17-year-old working on a rage, I'm not going to stop her and be like, actually, I don't think that you're emotionally equipped to deal with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would. I would like give her a card of a therapist. I don't think I would not
She's
let her
just
do
breaking
it.
stuff. We're not telling.
Yeah, what are you talking?
She's not talking about like she's literally doing the most useless thing ever. She's not going to an open mic. You know what I mean? We know there's not going to be any effect on anybody.
Why are you pouring your Pabst Blue Ribbon into a mason jar?
Yeah, I hope the listener. This is so everything. Cole's opinions are completely useless because this grown man just poured Pat's Blue Ribbon, essentially alcoholic urine, into a mason jar, as if to enjoy the flavor of $2.
Sipping it like
just
it's some
the aroma
expensive
of
beer.
bankruptcy that you just wanted to have behind your lip, and the fact. So fucking glad this is a podcast and people just can't see the atrocity. I don't know. I don't think this woman knows what she's doing as I pour the $2 poison into a jar, presumably because he sold his cups to get the beer.
I just don't think it's right. Okay, and if you have a problem with that, take it out in the rage room. Not on me right now.
Is that just forever? What, you're just going to give us tickets to the rage room when we have disagreements on the podcast?
That's funny. You should do next time you and your girlfriend have an argument. She's like, "Why'd you come home so late?" You're like, "Why don't you take a ticket to the rage room?" And you take it up with rage room. And so
You think you would work through
I give her a
personal
picture of me as well. Just
Let's
take
take
it
it
out.
why don't you ask Rage Cole why he came home so
Have you
late?
ever been so mad at your girlfriend you would break something with?
no.
Have you ever been mad enough?
I don't.
At
I
anyone?
don't get like angry. Like anger is like something that the only times I
I
get
think a bunch of missing cats in the neighborhood.
He doesn't get angry. He gets even.
the only time I get angry is like when I play like competitive things like sports or
Are you a
stuff like
competitive
that.
guy?
Yeah, I get competitive.
You play sports?
Sports,
Just
yeah.
imagine him like having his moment where he just trips a 6-year-old in a soccer game, smashes his head into the concrete.
But in like I don't know relationship things, I've never really gotten like angry enough to like yell or like.
Well, to be fair, you have to have like emotions to be. Yeah, I mean,
You have to feel.
as soon as you get the program that you're able to feel love and you determine humanity isn't capable of taking care of itself and AI takes over, then
Yeah. So another thing about the rage room. So this is a description of the thing, and it said the white walls of the rage room are covered in like permanent marker messages. scrawled by previous visitors.
Jesus, it's literally like an asylum. That's
Yeah.
like a padded cell.
And so some of these, here's some of these things. There's one says like therapy for a month, release your rage today, leave happy. 2 years and I still haven't killed him thanks to this place.
What if that's the slogan of the rage group?
Jesus
2 years and I
Christ.
still haven't killed him.
Thanks to this place. But there's so many situations that specific that could be like a husband, it could be like a newborn baby. Like you don't know what that applies to.
Also, I like how the only reason, like, you just break a bunch of glass and you're like, all right, I'll put the shovel back in the shed. You know, I was out of line. I was just gonna commit the greatest crime known to humanity. But now, because of this rage room, Phil can live to see another day. All right, he can fucking not mow his lawn anytime he
I
wants.
still haven't killed him.
So,
oh my god!
If you were an employee and would you take any action on this stuff? Like,
To be honest, if I was an employee over there, probably.
I legitimately believe that people who regularly use this should you should be barred from like owning weapons. You should like have to go in for like psychiatric.
Well, I just
care.
think anyone who's employed at this place, their eyes are just so closed from the oxy that they're on. They're just like, wait, what are they? It's $25, and then they just fall back asleep at the cashier stand.
because I feel like that lady should be on a watch list or something, right?
What?
Like,
Yeah.
You talking about the suicide lady or the 2 years that still haven't killed him?
no, 2 years and I still like. Why would the suicide lady be on a watch list?
I don't know. You seem to be hating her beforehand.
Yeah, exactly.
You wanted her to stand in front of a military tribunal 5 minutes ago. Fuck, for Christ's sake. I didn't even. I saw it in your eyes, but you're like, we all know who to blame here, all right? Yeah, no, that's bad. I think you shouldn't be at a point where like you're about to murder me.
It's
Probably, you know.
fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
I think I'm going
repeat.
here to pick up women.
Oh yeah.
Angry, disheveled women at their break. That's
Yeah,
that's
it
my
said-
vibe.
it
That's
says
not
a-
a bad place to pick up women's rage room. We'd accomplish.
Yeah, we can go pick up because they're already mad. They hate men. I'm not really a man, really. I mean, I have like a good halfway step, and I mean, they're just kind of like, what's the human equivalent of a broken printer? This guy. So we just go hang out with him.
Why do you think the majority of customers are women?
Because women
Let's
don't.
break out the encyclopedia here. You know,
Are we actually getting real psychiatric? Because women don't get to express their rage. Like a man getting angry is seen as like a normal thing for women, but they get called like bitchy or whatever the fuck. Like remember you saw the shit that happened to Serena Williams when she was playing the tennis match.
I mean, that was a little ridiculous.
I mean,
Yeah,
it was.
wait.
It was. I think it was.
They booed and made a 21-year-old girl cry.
Okay, but
for
you're talking about the
beating
fans.
her.
You're talking about the fans. You're talking about the fans. But if you look at like other tennis players, like Roger Federer and whoever the Spanish guy is, and like all the people who came before him, they rage all the time, which I think is fine. If you're angry, you're playing a passionate sport, you get angry, you break your racket,
So I'm
whatever.
not
the
gonna
fuck.
go
But cheated people get. I'm
They also
saying
get
that women don't
penalized.
get to do it as much as guys do. It's
Okay,
it's more
Serena
of an abnormal
Williams.
thing.
Hey, let's.
What do you even know about tennis?
Yeah, we're gonna
you
go-
have literally probably never watched a match of tennis in your life.
Okay.
You said that Spanish guy. One of the top
Rafael
tennis
Nadal,
players in the
whatever fuck his
world,
name is.
and you're like,
Rafael Nadal.
oh,
whatever
you
his
know
name
that's
is.
the Spanish
Hey,
guy.
I'm not talking about me knowing about tennis. I'm just saying, am I wrong here that women get?
Yeah.
No, yes, dude. Okay, the coach was shooting her offhand singles, which is wrong. She got penalized for it, and this is how she reacted on a world stage. She broke her racket. 35-year-old fucking.
People do that. It's a tennis
and
match.
she's
Yeah.
like, another person could have gotten away with it. No, they wouldn't have.
I think that
And then all the fans booed. She didn't stop it for a long time, and she said, "We're gonna get through this."
She berated the umpire for doing his job for at least like 5 minutes. She could have stopped at any time, right?
it's a passionate game.
No, but you're an adult person.
You're saying that, but it's also a passionate game at the world at the highest level. People
Okay,
get upset.
I
you know,
put
you know when
angry.
you're in Little League, you know what the first lesson they teach you as a 5-year-old boy?
You're not in Little League. She's just fucking she's the greatest tennis player in the world. She's gonna get pissed.
Tennis has it's a
It's a
classist
but male
sport.
tennis
There's a
players
lot
have
of
like a whole like thing of like being angry and getting pissed and yelling and doing all kind of crazy
Okay,
shit.
you can't pull this double standard bullshit.
I'm
where
not.
she
Who
just
is the
said,
one
if
guy?
anybody
Dude,
acted like...
there's one guy I was reading about the other day who was one of the biggest guys from like the late '90s to the early 2000s. You know what I'm talking about?
John McEnroe.
No, it wasn't John Mayer. He was the 80s. He was 78. I'm talking about the guy from the 90s, 2000s, who he came out and he was like, yeah, I did meth for like 4 years when I played tennis. And that's why I'd like be angry. That is seen as like whatever. He's being crazy, but then a girl gets angry. People get all.
Where are these examples that you're citing? You're just like, because you're just pulling things out of nowhere.
I can find it, but I don't want to.
All right, but here's the thing: if I saw what Serena Williams did, if any human saw that, you'd be like, no.
I'm saying, why was I'm not even defending her.
Point. Why was her opponent able to deal with all that completely fine, and she's fucking 15 years younger than her? Why is a 21-year-old girl able to keep her composure and a goddamn adult is?
She was Japanese.
She visited the rage room before the match.
Andre Agassi is what I'm talking about, by the way. He did meth for like 6 years.
Anyway, we can...
That's digressing. The point being... Am I wrong here that in society, generally, men get to be publicly angry more than women?
Yeah, I think it's not a good outlet for women to be angry.
Yeah.
I mean,
so that's why
that is why alt comedy happened.
So you think the rage room is an acceptable outlet?
I don't know if it's an acceptable
women
outlet.
view it as.
I don't know if it's an acceptable outlet, but I would say it is an outlet because.
But what about
more of an angry?
What about
like
all
the
those...
other day? I sat down with four of my friends.
Rage room just Kwame cutting us off every goddamn second. I'm gonna go
just
in there.
talk it.
No, he was about to say a sentence. You just went at you,
All
Serena
right,
Williams.
Say what you're gonna say.
Like, there's a lot of like music videos about just like women beating stuff up because of their ex-boyfriends. Like, there's that Carrie Underwood one. Beyonce has that one where she just has a baseball bat and like these. I don't know. It seems kind of like acceptable forms.
They need an outlet.
Beyonce needs an outlet to.
I don't know. Well, women who watch Beyonce need an outlet.
Oh, okay. Because people cheer those videos on. They don't look at it like it's a.
But I'm saying me and you have an acceptable thing.
Yeah. What is?
For example, the other day.
What is our acceptable outlet?
Me and four of my guy friends sat down, played Call of Duty, and just yelled and were angry at each other for 3 hours and just killed each other. Right? We got our rage out. We got it out in a healthy way, and then we went on about our lives. That most women aren't sitting down and doing that same kind of thing. Is what I'm saying. Am I wrong there? They're not getting out the rage. You know what I mean?
But that's like
I don't know.
private...
You ever been in an argument with your girlfriend? They get out their rage. That rage comes out. They seem to have a pretty good goddamn job. When I'm coming home 15 minutes later than I should, getting out the rage. So I think don't tell them they have an outlet because I've been that outlet for 3 fucking years, buddy. Don't you tell me.
That's also like a private outlet. Like, I don't know.
Exactly, right? A public outlet. It's not like a guy.
But who has a public outlet?
But a guy is demanding, right? A guy is like a CEO and he's demanding and like kind of angry. People are like, oh, he like gets the job done, yada yada. A girl is out and people are like, oh, she's bitchy. You know what I'm saying? It's a different kind of. There's a different kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's also like kind of not like anger. Like if you were on the street and you saw a man like exhibiting signs of anger to his girlfriend. Versus a girlfriend showing signs of anger to her boyfriend.
Yeah, I do think women can get away with it in public way more than a man can get away with it. Like if you're let's say you're on a subway and you're fucking screaming at your girlfriend, people will be like, "This needs to stop." Your girlfriend's screaming at you, everyone's kind of laughing at you.
Yeah,
it's a fucking joke.
And I mean, it's because
your girlfriend could basically slap you in the fucking face in public. No one would do anything.
Someone slapped Alex, and we just kind of laughed.
Yeah, we laugh about it. Let's turn that the other way. Let's say a grown person went up and punched a female friend of yours for something they said on stage. That would be like we would annihilate that person, right? But that's the other way around. It's like, what a joke, Aaron. What a stupid thing.
Well, also, I mean, people say that. But
it's also because men,
Yeah, there are some double standards that exist and they're just going to exist because
it's like
we are fundamentally different.
Yeah.
The average man could kill a woman with his hands. Yeah, if she punches you, be a fucking man and get over it. What are you going to do? That's why women use it more than men because. Well, that's not. Well, yeah, no, because now you brought that up and that kind of changed my viewpoint because they could. Just go beat up your boyfriend or something. Have no one do anything.
There was a girl that cut her boyfriend's dick off, was driving around through it, threw it out her window. A lot of comedians had like bits about everyone's joking
about it. Did she go to jail for that shit, by the way?
Yeah, she went to jail, but it was
for how long? They were on Oprah together. You know, they were not Oprah. They were on Dr. Phil together. Y'all know the guy talking about he got his dick cut off. Yeah. They were on Dr. Phil together like 3 years ago.
What I'm saying is, no one's first reaction was like, "Oh, horrible." Everyone's like, I get a dick cut off. You know what I mean? So I mean, like,
imagine if you cut your girlfriend was kind of meat, so you cut her breast off of her body. People like it's fucking insane. It's insane. Did she go? I don't think she went to jail for that shit.
The jury was too busy just laughing.
He cut his fucking penis off.
Pretty sure she went to jail.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the double standard so much that you can get away with cutting a man's penis off. Now, people in Logan Square are trying their damnedest to pass legislation to make that legal by the day, but...
How would you react, Cole, if your girlfriend cut your penis off?
I'd probably be... Did that guy survive? Because that's
he's alive. It's John Bobbitt and Louina Bobbitt.
They're married?
Arrest and trial. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, they found her not guilty due to insanity, causing an irresistible impulse to sexually wound him.
That's not guilty, though, like insanity.
She found... She didn't go to... She felt she had no legal repercussions.
She went to a mental hospital,
Nope,
right?
she had no legal repercussions.
But if you're guilty of insanity,
you can't
the
just...
problem with this podcast is like
we
try to stay on subject. Kwame will say something so stupid that we have to spend an hour defending because he'll be like, yeah, I mean, other tennis players got mad. Who? I don't know. Someone just made up.
She went. She went on.
Some Latin guy in the 90s.
She had no.
No, but the pleading the insanity means you go to a mental hospital. And
no, that's not what they did for her. It said that 1996 was the trial. She was found not guilty by reason of insanity. 1997, she got arrested for punching her mom in the face. She died. She didn't go to prison.
Yeah, so Cole, like, what's worse, that or rape? I mean, it's a nuanced argument. Yeah, if someone has to cut a person's penis off and get away with it, which we've all made clear women can do, or go to a rage room, like, what do you think is worse?
Going into the research of this, these are quotes from like professors on rage rooms and stuff. It says, emotions tend to work bidirectionality, so acting in an aggressive or destructive way, smashing things, is actually likely to feed into further rage instead of dissipating it. And a lot of psychologists view these as rehearsals for when you can't control your anger anymore and then go off on someone.
I've actually kind of heard shit like that. Basically, you can get like addicted to anger. That's like a real thing.
Yeah, it releases endorphins.
Yeah,
like
it
these
makes you go. Your brain goes. This is good.
This is fun, and so. Like, you go in there, you smash up something with your boyfriend's face on it. It only makes it more likely that in the future, you're actually going to hit your boyfriend.
Yeah, no, that's not good. Yeah, you get me that. I don't know why I was supposed to have a counter on that. That sounds... If that's the case, then yeah, that
What about suicide? What about certain people, like suicide woman? I mean, what is she gonna use it on? You know what I mean? She's just being angry and upset.
Yeah, she can't use it on her son. That's
she's just
No, people recommend that you do like yoga or deep breathing. You don't want to do something that raises your.
If I lost someone and someone said, "Have you tried yoga?" I would beat that person to death on the spot. I'm just really dealing with my brother's death and like, well, Pilates, you just you don't wear shoes.
What really helped me was I started being an insufferable asshole. And then
I take cold baths and meditate, and I just slap them across the fucking face so hard that you just literally feel their ego fall on the ground and they have to pick it back up. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Have you ever kind of had like some tension in you? Like you're not addressing kind of the elephant in the room, whatever you're mad about. And when you do, it's way better because it's like you're not.
Wait, so what do you like? You think these rage rooms do address some tension? That
I think it depends on the situation.
I think it's better to address some tension than not, right? Yeah. So if you're mad, if you're mad about something, you break a bunch of glass, and maybe you're like, well, that's I think addressing problems is better than not addressing.
Yeah. So once you feel good after that, so you broke some stuff, you feel good. So then that becomes your solution to almost every problem. Is you start breaking things.
If you had like 20 cases that were like the suicide woman, I'd be like, this is ultimately good. But once you reveal that like 75% is like women beating the shit out of their boyfriend, then it's like, okay, this is like fucked up. This is evil.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see what my new wife from there says about the whole thing. That's definitely gonna be. I'm going over there, getting someone pregnant, right? Rolling in.
Do you think these rage rooms should have like any responsibility towards like?
Yeah, first off, you're not bringing in someone's fucking face. We stop that immediately. We're
you
not
think they should
bring in people's fucking pictures.
No, but they capitalize. Like they like have like Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump mannequins and stuff.
These guys were like just kind of like douchey hipsters with like good intentions, but like a bad outcome. But now I think they're like evil people.
I don't know. I mean, that's like
we let people bring in pictures of other people and you're beating the shit out of them and on mannequins. Now it's all right. Now you're running some shit that is like not morally, this
Like,
is not
is
okay.
beating a mannequin with Hillary Clinton's face on it?
A
should
politician
that?
is different. A politician is different
Is
from
it?
a regular person.
But
'Cause
what
politician
is
is a
Hillary
politician, they
Clinton?
a politician is a politician. They signed up for that kind of shit. But
Did
for
they?
you, but for like your, I mean, basically, yeah. But for your ex-girlfriend to bring in your face and like stab it on a
You
mannequin.
signed into that when everyone was like, you know about Ashley, right? And you're like, yeah, she's special. Yeah, you signed up to that too, and you slept with someone with an Adult Swim tattoo. I mean,
But what-
you know,
what-
happens
Adult
to
Swim
the rest of it.
What about Hillary
that?
Clinton?
Yeah.
What
Was it
a-
your ex? Yeah. what was it? What Adult Swim tattoo? Show or?
Yeah, just like a whole arm of Adult Swim tattoos.
That's pretty cool. I like an Adult Swim tattoo.
I mean, I love
Wait,
Adult
what
Swim.
show? That
I
or
don't
is it
really
just the
remember.
general
It was
like
it
logo?
was just like you don't care about your body, so you might as well just throw whatever the fuck you want.
Adult Swim tattoos.
That's pretty cool. You know, like an
That's
Adult Swim
not
tat-
pretty cool.
You wouldn't get a
Wait.
picture of a little fry
Pretty cool
log or
for
something?
edgy 19-year-old. Yeah, be like let's get happy tree friends or some shit on my body. But I don't know. I mean, if there was a world, no rage room, no what? Maybe we should do a comparison of like what happened before the rage room. Oh, a mother drowning 4 of her children. So I'm just saying, if we got to live with like a psychologist being
No,
like,
but
well, this is
that's
fundamental.
that's more likely to happen after
If
you
my
go
mom
to
had
the
a rage
rooms.
room, she'd probably be a lot better to be around.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know, man. I mean, like, yes, but I mean, like, look at the alternatives, you know? Like, what? Okay, so not everybody has access to a psychiatrist. Not everybody's going to go to a psychiatrist.
That's true.
People say deep breathing is better than anything that doesn't raise your heart level, but instead like low, like yoga and stuff like that. Like they're all much better than something that makes you like feel good and act
Yeah,
out
I'm
like
tired
you're
of this
violent.
yoga shit about
You're
how you're
trying
this is
to-
the greatest
I'm
thing
not
since
doing
I-
fucking yoga.
I'm not
doing
dealing
it.
with fucking yoga.
Well, you could
alright?
do deep breathing.
Also, how's that a one-all fit for every solution? Like, yeah, I'm just fundamentally depressed, and I think that I made all the wrong
Yoga.
decisions in my life. And I'm like, yoga.
no, they don't say it's a.
Deep breathing.
It's a. It's a.
I don't even know what yoga's
You know
supposed
what you're
to.
doing? You're
It's-
breathing? Try it deep.
I don't even
It's
know
a
what it's supposed
solution.
to be at this point.
It's
what
a
yoga
solution
is.
to anger and stress, not a solution
Dude,
to
I
like
went to yoga
depression.
once. I was more pissed when I was in there. They told me to
Did you
pull-
go for real?
Yeah, I went to yoga. I got really high with my ex-girlfriend. Went in there, and you know, and I'm a fat fuck on a mat trying to fold into a pretzel. With
Did you
some
change
hipster.
into some clothes?
Yeah, I changed.
I want to imagine you in a little leotard going doing a little
And
yoga
some
stretch.
hipsters like, I know we're dealing with a lot of stress. You know, your Facebook feeds are always full of a lot of people. It was like some arbitrary bullshit that he was mad about. What was going on at the time? The Dakota pipeline, and he was literally like, "Well, I see a lot of Facebook statuses about it. And it stresses me out." And I'm like, "What?
It
Shut up.
stresses you out.
Shut up. Shut up." And then he's telling us to fold into a pretzel. I'm sitting there sweating, looking like an idiot, just turn into a human knot. I didn't feel any better about my life. I'd rather break some glass than
yeah.
fold into a pretzel. Not that I think that's the best way to deal with it. I don't think any of these things are
Well, you
like
went through-
that's like
okay.
the best way to deal with something.
How long did you date Tori?
A year.
So you went through a whole year, 365 days worth of rage room. Baby, do you feel any healthier?
But at least when you do yoga,
Are you being paid? Like, are you supposed to? Like, this is because we started off like this is like a fun podcast halfway through.
Yeah,
Like,
it turned
you
into
know what
fucking
is
yoga
effective?
cast
Deep
all of a
breathing
sudden.
and yoga at the local clinic down the street.
yeah, Deepak reached out. He's
You're
actually
fucking
he's
shill.
actually
Cole's a
paying me
fucking
out.
yoga shill.
No,
He's
but
gonna
I'm
come
just
in here and
That's a good question.
shamelessly.
Have you ever done yoga?
no, I don't need
Oh,
to.
you can go
Shut the
fuck
fuck up,
yourself.
Cole.
You
Shut
piece
the
of
fuck
shit.
up. Talk about how.
Shosh,
Maybe that mom who lost her son should just try inhaling more. Shut up.
Shosh does yoga
Why have you never done yoga?
because I don't need to. I don't have like anger or stress.
I don't believe that. I think it. I
You
think
have no
there's a
anger,
deep-
no stress. There was nothing in your life that stresses you out.
Not to the point where I would need to do yoga or like a rage room.
I love how those are the equivalent things.
No, but I
Not to the point where I need to do something completely ridiculous like punch a mannequin of Hillary Clinton or do an ancient Indian tradition of meditation.
I don't even like yoga. I would honestly never do yoga. I'm just
why
saying.
Why are you recommending
Why are you
yoga?
shilling?
I'm just saying if you do yoga in the future when you get mad, you might do yoga again. But if you do these
Can you
rage
imagine
rooms,
being like, I am so pissed.
If I do the rage room, I get upset. I go to the rage room, I rage out, I'm fine.
yeah. But then in the future, you're like, oh, I just want to smash. You get mad at your girlfriend. Oh, smashing makes me feel good. You start smashing everything in the house.
Am I the fucking Hulk? I know how
Yeah.
to control my
Also, I'm
smashing
sorry, you
makes
get
me feel
addicting to
good.
like breaking fucking mannequins. I think you
No.
need to try crack or something. Like, try something better than that.
You don't get it. You don't
Smashing
get
try
makes
it.
me feel
booze.
You
good.
don't
Like,
get-
it's way better.
You don't get addicted to it, but it becomes a legitimate solution to your problems. You know?
Anger does.
Yeah. Like the feeling of anger and of smashing things becomes a legitimate solution to your problems if you use these rage rooms over and over
so
again.
what is the? So then yoga is the option. Is that what it
Yoga's
has to
the
do?
solution.
Is that what the psychiatrists tell you? Or is that what Dr. Yogi?
I think here's a
Barteras-
compromise we can make. We have a rage room where we take people that talk about yoga and you can beat them to death for 5 minutes at a time with a baseball bat, and society as a whole completely wins. I think that's automatically. I'd do that.
Yeah.
Just after this podcast, I got enough rage against yoga. Will you hand me a baseball bat right now and a pair of gloves and take some vengeance out?
All
Do they
right.
stop you if you're drunk to go into the rage room?
They don't let you do it if you're drunk or stoned. I don't know if they can tell you're stoned, but that's
Gotta be. God, being drunk in a rage room. That's a great experience.
yeah. All right, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna see how it pans out. Maybe we should A/B test with some yoga. I don't know. I
If you
personally
will pay
don't.
for a yoga session, I will do yoga and the rage
You don't have to
room.
pay for a yoga session. You just
It's not
watch.
free.
for itself.
You
is
just
what Cole
watch
was
someone
about to
do it
say.
online.
Oh, let's go do some yoga. We will do yoga and the rage room.
I mean, you mentioned yoga 150 fucking times, and then you back off when we want to
Hey,
actually go.
Actually, I have done yoga before. I used to do Wii Fit yoga.
Yeah, he's trying to try.
That was
you were
fun.
my friend before this, and I'm kind of.
I think I'm gonna have to work through some shit in this rage room against. How,
you-
the
are you-
fact that you just said I did Wii Fit yoga and did not feel any shame or
you-
remorse about that statement is ridiculous.
You want me to give you guys my headshots just so you can take it to the rage room with you?
yoga.
Shut the
Wasn't where you were a
fuck up.
45-year-old single mom in Nebraska.
All
Yeah,
right.
for real. I can't pay for my kids. Have you tried folding yourself into a pretzel? I think that really just takes the stress right up.
All right, so this past week we went to the raid room, and yeah,
I had a good time. I think the weirdest part is when we first got there, and then the entire time we were there, she kept saying it's not therapy, but it is an outlet.
I'm pretty sure that's a legal thing. I think that she legally had to say that.
Okay,
She
because
kept-
she threw that tagline around like 15 times.
yeah, it
and
wasn't,
also,
like,
that's
natural.
true for literally everything. I don't know why she kept trying to say that. As if like you could say that about like, screaming at your kids in front of McDonald's isn't therapy, but it is an outlet.
Yeah.
Sure, it's not FDA approved, but it is one way to take out your
No,
rage.
it was
so.
very much. Did you guys read the thing? I didn't really read the fucking.
I didn't know. I never read
The
waivers.
things she made
I
us
think that'd be
sign,
kind
yeah.
of how I get.
it was just a standard way. I read it a little bit. It was just like we don't assume responsibility if you injure yourself. I also thought there was like a
Do
real
those hold up in court?
no,
Yeah, there's no.
not really.
Yeah, if I like swung that shit and like cut my fucking toe off.
I also felt like there was a real chance someone could like that. I went into that room and I didn't feel like super sick. Like I felt
it's not. It wasn't as professional as I thought it was. I thought it was like a professional. It was like a padded thing. We
yeah.
walked
Maybe
in,
maybe
these
we
are just-
should set the scene first of like what the whole so we go there.
It's underground.
Yeah,
let's
so
say
it's-
it. So it's under.
well,
it's
it's in-
underneath like an office building.
It's in River North, which is like the ritzy part of Chicago, but like underneath like in a subterranean of
Like
some
an office
like
building, yeah.
some high rise
It was
building.
just a former dungeon, and they're like, "Why don't we have other people come do this? Let's release
yeah.
Bill from being slow doing accounting and fucking bring some printers in here. Get a
And
business started."
yeah, I wonder where. But so you get there. There's just one lady. You go in the big room. There's this one really cheerful.
Kind of felt like we were going to like a bounce house or something. Like
Yeah.
it's like the same lady you'd have if you were like taking your kid to a bounce house, but
Yeah.
instead it's like adults smashing things with some
She was
hammers.
super cheerful. And then on the wall it just said "Raid Room" in like blood red letters. And I think there was blood. Like the logo looked like it was.
Yeah, the logo looked like that didn't even
supposed
mean
to
like
be, like,
originally it
bloody.
was just blank and then it got covered with blood and they're like, actually that's even better. Like that's just nature interfering. It's like
Yeah.
part of an escape room and all that quirky bullshit. But and then there's
Yeah.
obviously so the walls basically all looked like a public restroom stall that was just covered with things people wrote, which
Yeah.
have everything from my son died and I'm grieving to fuck Ashley, and I just feel like if people's exes were there, they'd be like, that was a solid move.
Oh, yeah.
With them.
I got-
like that was amazing.
I got some pictures of the wall.
There
which
was so
I'll-
much X shit. Like there was so much. Brian is a cunt and Ashley cheated on me. show Bill this.
I really want to. I want to have like a tour where I bring former girlfriends to who's like, yeah, remember when you said he was a little unstable? God, you were right on the nose. You're right, solid on that one. It's just because how are you gonna be like, oh, fucking show her? I'll break 14 Blu-ray players back here. Fuck you.
Yeah, so we have pictures of the wall, which we'll post on our Instagram.
Okay, Cole's very excited that he's joining
Yeah.
the shill, evil, soulless, promoting social media phase of his life. But
Yeah, I really
And
want to
then,
do like an
uh,
off the grid pod.
So there was 2 rooms. One room was just filled with debris, and then a wall. There was one designated wall you could throw things at. And then the other room held all the weapons you could use and all the items that you could break. And
Sledgehammer. We had.
Yeah.
What else we have? There was a
Crowbars.
I
hammers,
used
baseball
crowbar.
bats, crowbars. Yeah,
You used a bat, right? Cole?
I used a baseball
You
bat.
went
yeah.
sledgehammer.
Yeah, that was just heavy. That was wrong.
It is very tiring. Yeah,
That was
I picked a
ridiculous.
small
Yeah, I
crowbar and it was
honestly,
still pretty-
I was a fan in that. Like, sure, I went in baseline level Vanger had a good, but it wasn't like I got over whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's just I was so tired that whatever I was mad at, I couldn't actually be mad at. anymore.
I don't think any of us lasted more than a minute in the rage room.
You feel
it was-
ridiculous. I went in.
No, I just
thought
didn't
it
have
was
the
gonna
cardio to do that. Like that
Really?
was the most exercise I've probably gotten all year. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm angry. I'll get into this, and then I sledgehammer 3 times. I'm like, Buddha had some points, and then I left. You know?
I thought it was like gonna be. Yeah, I thought you'd get into it.
I'm just
like
tired.
30
I was
seconds.
sweaty. I was feeling
Fucking helmet was falling off 30 seconds. I was like,
The
I look like a
the lady
fucking-
would be like, yeah. I thought honestly, if I did the whole 5, it would have had a stroke. It would have just been like, oh, he's really
Is that
raging
how
hard.
long
He's
we got? Was
beating
5
around.
minutes?
I don't know how. I think we got. I don't think people were like clamoring to like get into the rage room.
I did like 45 seconds, and I felt like I was gonna throw my back out the entire time Smash. I almost want a rage room to just rage about how I was unable to rage. How I'm 21 years old and I'm losing my breath.
And when you paid online, you book appointments, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't. It's not like you can just walk in on like a Tuesday and be like,
No.
"Yeah, I'm trying to rage right now."
No.
Gotcha.
And yeah, we walked in, and the first thing the lady said to us, like in a really cheerful voice, she's like, "Oh, so what song do you guys want to rage to?"
It's just ridiculous.
It is weird to like just like treat this as like a normal thing. It's
Yeah.
just, like kind of like
We,
or like
we were
why
trying
you're-
to we talked about that. We tried to make jokes about it. So like I try to like pull her aside, like, "Hey, this is like stupid, right?" She was like, "No, this is."
She
like,
stayed on course. She kept screaming the tagline. Where I'm like, yeah, it'd be weird. She's like, no, it is an outlet, and it's
Yeah.
just like, okay.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh yeah, I've seen people who've lost sons. I've seen people
Yeah, I didn't know what you
grieving
do.
coming in here, and yeah,
People
they
do
left."
that thing where they try to make their job out like it's like a bigger.
I also feel like
you're-
I would just feel
like you're a
I would just
pastor
feel
or
fucking
something.
silly if I was just like, man, she's gone. I'm like smashing a prayer. I'm like, God, this is dumb. I'm like, what? I just go and be sad somewhere for Christ's
make
sake.
it
Yeah.
she's some-
Yeah, it's
she
not like I'm
said-
just gonna like. That's not gonna do any. I don't know. I feel like if she said you guys are the calmest rages I've ever seen, I'm like, yeah, because we're self-aware and we feel weird
I'm not a fucking
breaking
idiot.
all
That's
these TVs. Like, sure, I'm an angry guy. That doesn't mean that I'm just gonna get into breaking a bunch of like. It just feels weird.
Yeah, the person that like lost their son, like all they really saw, they like lost their son and they found out they were out of shape. Like, that's what
Like,
the
it's like
rage room.
this is like just a shitty week for them,
Yeah.
you know. Like, not only.
Yeah,
What's going on? Can you imagine like it's like a cycle of people dying where they go to the rage room to grieve, have a heart attack, other family members go to the rage room, the whole family's dead,
I
have
was-
cardiac arrest.
yeah. They gave us a helmet, a leather jacket,
We
and
didn't have to.
gloves.
She said we were like suited up,
Yeah.
ready to go there. We just showed up in like hoodies, and they're like, "Well, most people don't even." It's like, who showed up in flip flops? Be like, yeah, I want to go. I want to take my rage to the next level.
You didn't even
uh,
check me for the glove. I forgot to put the gloves on. I walked in and I was swinging the thing, like almost slipped out of my hands, and I realized like, oh shit, I'm not wearing any
Yeah,
gloves or anything. It's
you
just-
dressed up in the exterminator suit.
I feel like it'd be weird if I didn't. I feel like that was fun. That was fun. It made me feel like I had a purpose in there.
They
Yeah.
don't protect anything. Like there was like glass flying. I was like breaking the fucking
know.
monitor. Or whatever.
I-
like glass was flying at me. I was like, I could fucking get cut. Like this
I
is
went in
weird.
there with like my Vans, and I was like, I don't think the soles of these shoes, like if there's glass
Yeah,
on the
I don't
floor.
think that daytime slippers are really
Yeah,
going to help you
like,
from the glass flying at you from this TV that we're breaking right now.
Yeah, like I felt like if I was gonna step on something, like it would just go straight through my shoe and like.
Also, this did seem pretty like I'm sure that there's a family somewhere that's like, if only I could print a resume and I could find work. And we're like, yeah, so which TV you won't break because you're mad, and we're just taking perfectly fine printers and TVs and smashing them because no one.
Yeah,
fucking
they.
Yeah.
How
taught
do they
them
get
deep
in those too?
breathing
So they like go into Best Buy and like buying
I don't
Buy
know.
fucking TVs
They-
and shit.
People must donate them, or they go to
donate.
like.
You think they donate to the fucking Rage Room?
I'm sure, like people throw out printers and stuff all the time. They're not buying these things because
Yeah, the profit margin cannot be high on
That's-
buying a $200
Picking out
printer
a
and
$2,000
someone
TV.
pays
from
15
Best Buy.
bucks to smash it. But I
What's the smash
liked it in
ratio
terms of it was a big wake up call for me. I ran this morning. I'm tired of being
Did you run
Yeah.
this morning?
no, but I thought about it. I thought about it really hard. It came close. So
What,
honestly, I'm tired of being tired. You know.
What when you guys like first entered the Rage Room, did you go in there with like a thought in your head, like something you wanted to rage against, or
No.
It's kind of like the Hulk. You know, I'm just like always
Yeah.
angry. I just kind of just was like, well, at least now there's an outlet for it.
I feel like I made that mistake. Like I feel like I should have like thought of something to rage. Like the only thing I was thinking of was like, wow, this is like silly.
Yeah, that's what I think. A lot of us
Pick up
kind of
your
had that thought.
sledgehammer.
Yeah.
This is for Palestinian oppression. Just
Yeah.
smash
Well,
a fucking printer.
You lost your job recently, so I feel like you should have something to rage
Yeah,
against.
if anyone, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you know, I'm not a rageful guy, Cole.
You should be.
Yeah.
You damn well should be.
So-
Yeah, you should be
Look,
full of. I mean, towards yourself.
So you lost your job and you didn't take that out at least, or
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm not
You're not
an
mad about.
angry
You're not
per- it's
mad
a weird,
about how you're completely doomed.
I'm not an angry person. That's weird.
Yeah.
That rage shit. It's
you played Kim by Eminem to Rage too.
yeah. It's an angry song. I feel like it was appropriate. I feel like it disturbed the woman a little bit too. I wanted to shake her up.
That's what you wanted to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. But she was because
I
she
wanted
was
her
so
to make her think I could.
She was so
do
into
something
she
at
was
any
so
moment.
into- well, she was so into the whole Rage Room thing. So like, I just wanted to just I don't know, just make. This
Also,
seem
you don't need to
stupid.
pretend you're cooler than human emotion, right? You
I'm not making it-
lost your job.
What are you talking
You're
about?
going to lose your
I
apartment
don't
in 2
smash
weeks.
printer. What are you? I'm insane. I
No, you don't
smash
have
printers, I'm
any
upset.
feelings behind yourself.
I'm not an
whatsoever.
angry fucking person like that. I
So
don't get-
no,
don't
so
get
you
mad like
no.
that.
But someone took.
You
Your
are
job.
the angry. What do you? I'm not this. What I'm looking at right now. I'm not trying to be that. I'm trying to be a calm person. That's how you solve your problem.
You're trying to be a calm person who can't make a chicken sandwich to save his fucking life. That's how you get fired. You're trying to be everything except somewhat
Yeah.
employable. So whatever the hell you are, maybe you should be angry enough to just
Think so?
push
Hey, ma-
someone out of the way so you get to that fucking bus on time. Keep a job for longer than a week. I don't. Yeah, no. It really just it made me realize how out of shape I was. I don't know how that lady was so trying to act so stable. She also claimed that like all these celebrities go there.
Yeah.
And that like a principal of a private school goes there.
Oh yeah, that was a weird
Strange.
weird
That's
story
weird
she
as
said.
shit.
I definitely think like the world's. I'd rather have that be a place than not be a place. You know?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You think so?
The world is not better for that shit.
Why not?
So
First of all, I mean,
wait, when you heard that story about the principal
Yeah.
who's in charge of a school of children,
Yeah.
she goes to the Rage Room to release her anger. That you hear that and you're like, well, I'm glad that exists for her.
Yeah. I mean,
Really?
everybody's walking around with a lot of,
First
like, a
off,
lot of
I mean,
stress, a lot of
there
things
is
going
like
on.
the actual like psychologists and the people who like do research and data who have come out and said that like the stuff is bad. So it's not even. That's not even like an arguable point. People
Listen,
come, people come
I'm
out
just
and
talking
say
about.
this
I'm a
place
big
is
fan
bad.
of one word, and that's anecdotal. All right, and that's the only evidence I believe in. Okay, and here's the thing: I was in there, got sweaty, too tired. I'm not angry anymore. If the principal is being beat down, she breaks a couple TVs. She's like, I'm tired. I'm not mad anymore. So listen, you could take your fancy pants, elitist, Hollywood liberal psychologist, whatever that even means, ass out of here. All I know is it broke the TV. Wasn't that mad for a couple of hours until
not a way to deal
we
with- you don't
tried
break
oysters and until I saw
TVs.
people drinking wine at Whole Foods while shopping, and then the rage came back.
Oh, yeah.
If we went afterwards, we went to a grocery store where people were drinking wine and shopping, and honestly,
What
we
was
should
it,
have
Italy?
we should have
Awful
went
place?
there beforehand and then went to the rage room. I feel like we could have really taken
I was
advantage.
upset.
Yeah.
I was pissed. I'm pissed at you that you shopped at that place.
Yeah.
I like that place.
Yeah, of course
we're
you do.
drinking- we're
They got-
bourgeoisie.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
and they have no real groceries. They have like fucking organic Cheez-Its and shit. People walking around drinking wine, eating fucking oysters while some
They got a really good
47-year-old black guy is just slaving it away in a kitchen. It
they
was
got a
an
really
awful
good
place.
meat and seafood counter.
See, this is why I think all of your opinions are horseshit. Because you're gonna sit here and be like, "Well, can you believe this principal breaks a printer?" And you're just like, "No, I love going to this place where I can spend millions of
where I
people."
get to literally like watch capitalism happen. I'm just
Yeah. Well,
watching-
of course you don't
I'm
understand
watching
rage or
rich
sort of
young
any
white people drink wine while they buy groceries,
And that's Cole's favorite
a
place.
70-year-old
That's-
Asian man is just sitting there slaving away, stacking boxes. It's evil.
Asian, man. They make more than white people.
Oh, I'm just throwing.
That's
out
true.
racist. I'm
That,
throwing
your
out
story
number.
kind of fell apart there.
I'm throwing
Asian-
out- I'm throwing
Come
out
on,
The
numbers.
Asian guy did there. He deserves it. You see a poor Asian guy. He actually fucked up. Like he actually made some choice. He was in charge of Enron.
I feel
right?
like I have never met a poor Asian guy, but I've seen Asian guys working in like lower jobs. But I still feel like they're like. I'll see
Yeah,
like
but
an
you
Asian
see
guy
white
bagging
people
groceries,
working
I'm like,
lower
this guy
jobs.
has
It's
to be
not
rich.
like
yeah,
But you don't even.
it's different.
I can't even like conceive like a poor Asian. Like if I see like an Asian janitor, I'm like, he probably makes like $200,000 a year.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
No, he does that
probably
because that like clears his mind before he does software engineering or whatever.
I got you guys some oysters though there.
Those are disgusting, bro. That is
Oysters
maybe
are
one of
trash.
the worst
Yeah, yeah.
foods I've ever.
No,
it's like
it's
hard and shit.
Rock
Awful.
snot. I mean, it's not good. You got to cover it in hot sauce and take it like a shot. That's the only way it's even remotely.
So
It's not even
shitty.
good. It's just if you like.
And they were
drinking
lining
hot sauce.
up. They were lining up to buy that shit.
That's because they were $1.
They suck.
They're good.
Those people are awful.
So
Breaking a print for $15 was a better deal than.
Yeah, the Rage Room. No, I kind of am pro Rage Room. That you brought that up.
Yeah. Now that we're talking about, you talk about people drinking wine in grocery stores. You're like, how could we? How could
Hey.
you not be breaking stuff?
Maybe that was a problem. Is I didn't have anything to rage to.
those people though drinking wine and taking oysters at the grocery store,
Mm-hmm.
they probably do yoga, which is the appropriate response to
Listen,
any anger you
telling
have
me
in your
that yoga is the appropriate response to deal with my stress makes me want to take a baseball. Like if it was just the Rage Room is Cole standing there talking, saying facts about yoga, and we get to go in with a baseball bat.
It's $15 for 5 minutes, too. You guys. Like,
No, it
the
was
people-
more than 15
I'm
bucks.
gonna have my birthday parties there.
The people that we saw at that place, like those are probably the kind of people who are like going to the Rage Room because they can afford that kind of shit.
Yeah. No,
Which
I mean,
pisses me
it's
off more. Now I'm anti-Rage Room because now it's you.
No.
People who have nothing to really rage about are going in and raging. 'cause
It was
stupid.
$15 as a deposit, but the deposit just went towards the items you could break. So your printer, which you broke, cost like $20.
That's
so,
crazy.
So the $15 went to that, plus you had to add an extra $5.
Yeah, you could just. I kind of had that thought when I was in there, where I was like, I could just break shit at home. I think maybe
Yeah.
they should just people should just do that at home for free.
It's also just one woman in there. Yeah, I'd be scared. There's just one, kind of small woman.
But also,
working at the counter. Like, what happens when a guy?
Also,
if a guy
psychotic
comes out?
people don't make appointments.
You don't think so?
What kind of guys sitting there like the loaded gun? Like I'm gonna do it fucking Tuesday at 1:15 roughly,
No.
and I'm gonna show up. No, that's not
I'm not
gonna
saying
be.
that that's gonna happen. I'm just saying someone
Psychotic
gets a little
people?
crazy.
They're crazy. They'll go to med school for
Yeah,
10
they're
years just
crazy.
to become a doctor, so eventually they could kill someone.
That's not
That
true
is
at
not.
all.
Yeah,
That's
first off,
not.
that
You don't know.
doesn't
It's
happen.
that's
Yeah,
not.
you're literally lying. That
Doctors
doesn't
are the number one profession for sociopaths.
That's
'Cause
different.
they-
That's
that
not
is not
psychotic.
why
Is
they
like
do
is
that.
like the dude you see on
They-
the subway who's like wiping his ass with his bare hands and throwing. That's
That's
somebody
not
losing their
psychotic.
mind. Those are the people that is psychotic.
They
That's psychosis.
they
what I'm
love
talking
having a person's life or death in their hands that they control at any moment.
But that's a sociopath.
What
No,
are you
but I
talking
think
about?
here's the thing, and here's why I think we've had problems in this podcast. I truly believe that you are a soulless sociopath, and that is why you think the Rage Room is weird. You think all these things are weird because you don't understand feelings, right? You don't understand how, for you, when you're mad, you just find the neighbor's dog and you slowly kill him because that's the only thing that makes you even close to feel anything.
Wouldn't the Rage Room kind of replicate those feelings though for me?
No,
If that was the case,
because the
if I
dish
did
doesn't
kill-
whimper and cry like
He
what
said
you want
if
your
that
victims
was
to.
the case.
Yeah.
No.
No, I think we flipped it on his head. Listen, we wanted to start the podcast, but we also wanted to investigate and get closer to what I think is the biggest serial killer in the Chicago area, which is Cole Nolden and all the bodies and bad self-help. Because I knew at the end of it, Cole was going to list his own self-help, which is finding generally a woman, 20s to 30s age, walking alone away from the red line at night.
I'm gonna.
How did you feel about it? Did you like it?
the Rage Room?
Yeah.
No, I felt it was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Did you feel dumb doing it?
I kind of had fun just because it was like
I thought it was just
It
so
was
silly.
fun.
It was fun.
I was
It was
throwing a
hilarious.
plate in the air and hitting it with a baseball bat. I thought it was a nice like athletic
It was a good workout.
activity or
It's
something.
can we at least say it's better than Zumba?
Oh yeah.
Zumba. What is that?
It's a Latin dance routine
That's
that moms do
the
across
dance
the country.
workouts. My mom is the kind of person who, like, every 6 months she like, gets
Honestly,
into one of those things.
yeah,
and then puts
We
it down.
should take this idea of a rage room, kind of gentrify it a little bit.
Yeah, we
and
into our
sell
male
it.
workout class.
Yeah,
Or
into a
female.
male, like kind of like Zumba.
Yeah.
And
Where you
we,
just break printers with a fucking baseball bat.
Yeah.
Because I felt exhausted.
Don't sell it as therapy. Sell it as
As a break.
exercise.
Yeah. Because it is.
Well, it's not therapy, but it is an outlet.
People, they really suggest it as like they say it's an outlet, but just reading the writing on the wall.
Some of that shit was really sad.
Yeah.
Like, it was someone. What do you say?
I walked
my
into the-
brother was killed by a drunk driver, but the driver survived, and this is
Also,
been
I
moved
feel
with-
like,
dude,
I think the
Jesus.
thing that makes you calm down is you just realize how dumb you look and how you're
Yeah.
like, my brother's dead and I'm an idiot who's here on a Sunday breaking a printer, and I
Yeah.
spent $40 to do
And
it.
you're like, oh yeah, I'm coming in here because my brother's died, and then she's like, oh, what song do you want to rage to? Let the bodies hit the floor. that'll really.
You've like hit it in an untimely manner, you know?
Yeah, that's weird too, because it's such a drawn. It's not like you like. I don't understand. You know, your girlfriend nights. You come home. You know, break some shit. You smash
Yeah.
your computer. That kind of shit. But for you to like set up an appointment and then like wait a week and like go in there and then pick a song and then put on gloves and a helmet.
Imagine
and
telling
then
your
grab a
friends-
baseball for 5 minutes.
You been telling your friends like, I gotta go break some printers in a restaurant. Nah, it's an appointment I've had for. That's a thing I do pretty rare. No. The thing you should know about me, I regularly go into a room and break things. Otherwise, I feel like I'd lose my mind. So
I'd rather be caught masturbating than have someone.
You'd
figure
rather
out that
become what?
like be caught masturbating than have someone know that like I regularly go to like a rage room.
Oh, okay. You'd rather be caught by who?
I don't know.
I mean, he's about to live on the street just by the general public, just by people walking. You know, I mean, yeah, you're gonna be caught by just I'm just like walking through Michigan Avenue, seeing
Burger King
Kwame.
employee does not mind his fucking business.
Yeah.
That's right.
Just because people, for some reason, forgot the code of conduct, which is avoid your gaze away from the homeless at all times, and caught a whiff of what Kwame's working in his corner.
I saw a homeless guy like shaving off parts of his leg when I was on the bus today.
Like he was shaving on the bus?
No.
Okay.
Shaving is not shaving. He was off the bus. We were driving past. He was very, very, very homeless. You know, no shirt on and everything, just some shorts, no socks. He was just sitting on the street, and he had a knife. He was going over his hands, and like his legs were like cut and shit. And he was be like, just like pick a little bit of his skin off.
I don't think he was shaving.
Shaving is the word I'm looking for. I mean, I wasn't sure. I mean, he was cutting
mutilating
himself.
himself on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It's
That was not good.
Shaving makes
But you
it
know
sound
what? He could have
good.
gotten that out in the rage room. You know what I mean? He could have been shaving off those printers and shaving years onto his life. So I mean, I don't know. I thought it was it's good exercise at the very least. And
Yeah.
I think if you're mad at something, you'll feel so ridiculous and silly that you'll just drop whatever it is.
Yeah. And Kwame went in there with something he should have been mad at.
Yeah.
Nothing changed.
really happened. Yeah, Kwame, do you have a job yet?
I got an interview.
Got an interview?
Yeah, an interview.
All right.
You say you're the one that should have helped the most, and you say it
I'm
was
not
just.
a ragey guy, man. I'm not.
But I think I mean, you objectively should be though.
But I'm not. You are. We deal with things differently.
You
Internalize
are
things.
a parking ticket away from the worst aspects of the human existence.
I don't get angry. You know. I don't get angry. I get productive.
Okay,
You
that's
almost called off the
that's-
podcast today because you woke up hungover, didn't eat anything, then demanded Cole make you food when you got here.
I didn't demand anything.
I think
right?
you're not mad. I think me and Cole need a rage room just to deal with Kwame generally.